Way out in the middle of nowhere today. Just look around us. There is nothing. And we're going up this road, headed into that canyon right ahead to see what we can get into. It didn't take me long at all to run into some stuff to film today. Look at all those abandoned mines. And the objective of today is actually further up this road a couple miles, so this is great, some extra stuff. You could see some incline shafts. There's one right there. There's a second one up the hill. Then there's a third one right there, and then an underground building right there, so let's go have a look at that. It's always fun to see these mystery buildings. See what's inside, which, as it turns out, is a mine shaft. I'm going to go get my safety equipment. Let's go in. So looking at the portal, there's a plastic rake. Some equipment up there. Have some mesh chicken wire type of fencing on that with one of those chimes. It goes right through to the other side of the mine. It's right here. This has been flooded. Electrical. Drift going off that way. 5-gallon buckets. Then ice chest with an old table. And some storage. And I'm not going to open that ice chest. There's probably nothing in there, but I don't want to know if there is or not. You know what I mean? So that was definitely a flooded mine. You could tell where they were digging it out, so this probably still is an active mining claim and an active mine. With that being said, because I know I'm going to get comments saying I'm trespassing, this is public land. When it comes to mining claims, you cannot extract the minerals, which means the rock. You can't metal detect around a mining claim, stuff like that, but anyone could go into mine. It doesn't make it automatic private property or anything like that. It's still taxpayers' property. So that's the mine. Interesting one, nevertheless. Probably, since this is located on a washout, you could see that one of these recent storms within the last few years probably came rushing through, and just a bunch of mud water filled up this mine. I'm on the side of the washout again. Went up a mile and I found a building. A very unique looking building buried in the side of the washout. I did pass another mine as I was making my way up, although it was an incline shaft with just some waste rock, so it wasn't really worth looking at or anything like that. Some old winch cable underground. I always find that at mines, that's a great indication of a mine or mining activity. If you see a winch cable like that. Then we have this underground building. And look at the size of it too. Just full cemented. Big and hollow. Little bit of graffiti on the wall, unfortunately. It's like a bunker, isn't it? Ventilation hole going out that way. Another ventilation hole made out of metal piping. Look at these nests too. Just look how we build them up on the cement. Another one up that way. This is just so bizarre. I can't say I've seen anything like this before when looking at abandoned places. Just a ginormous cemented underground bunker in the middle of nowhere. Looking up the wash, all those mounds you see is just waste rock that came from the mines. It's just a mystery as to why they would have a bunker out in the middle of nowhere, Nevada. And you might say it's a dynamite storage room perhaps, but it's way too big to be a dynamite storage room. They'd never have one this big for as small as an operation as there is for this area, which is a small incline shaft. So it's definitely not a dynamite storage room. If it was a lot smaller, then I would think maybe, but that's not the reason it's out here. Let me know what you think. It's a bit mysterious, isn't it? Like, out of all the places I've seen, I've never quite seen anything like this before. So when I seen it on satellite maps, I knew I had to come out and make the long road trip out to see what it was. One of the ventilation pipes, and then this is the roof of it. Looking down in. And just look at these mountains too. It's not like there's that much mining that went on. No mines or anything. No tailing piles. And we're in the absolute middle of nowhere. In a desolate Nevada canyon.